as soon as we can, and we'll start over here. Don't fight over it. Come on, Carrie. Thank you.
Carrie Brown, beIN Sports. Welcome back to Boston, an historic night in your first opener, a big opportunity. Win this match, you get into the next round. How big an opportunity?
Yeah, look, it's obviously, I think we've always thought it's, every game we play is a big opportunity. I think Saturday was a really good result. Got us the 3 points, which we needed, and now we go into the next game looking for the same. We know that what we want to try and create, we know what we want to try and do, and we know we're going to need more. So we're looking forward to it. It's nice being back in Boston. It's nice landing back and seeing all the Scotland fans about, and come tomorrow night, we'll be ready to put in a performance.
Scott?
Andy, I mean, you're a point from history, basic World Cup history. How does that make you feel as a Scotland captain?
Trying to not think about it, because we've got such tough tasks ahead of us. But I don't think any of the lads and the coaching staff and all the backroom staff have shied away from it, that we want to be the first team to be able to do that for our country, and it's obviously a nice feeling to try and do that. But we know how difficult it's going to be. We're now playing against one of the best teams in the world, but we believe that we can make any game difficult, and if we can do that, and if we can put in our best performance, then I believe that we can get what we want and hopefully be the ones that achieve the history.
You've come up against Hakimi a few times at club level. How highly do you rate him, and how big a threat will he pose to us, even from fullback?
Yeah, I think I think he's the best fullback in the world at the minute. I think him and Nuno Mendes for PSG, we've played against them twice now in the last 2 years in the Champions League, and both of them are just phenomenal, a joy to watch. And he's a fantastic player. One I think everyone enjoys watching. He just plays with that freedom and can pop up in your own box, and then all of a sudden he's back 1v1 defending. So can't speak highly enough of him. Huge admiration for him and all that he's doing just now. But hopefully, he has one of his quieter games tomorrow. It's going to be a tough task, but yeah, what a fantastic player.
Okay, Jen.
Andy, the spirit in the camp is so good, isn't it? Can you just give us a sense of how the belief is among the players, given the opportunity and the enormity of the task you've got against Morocco?
Yeah, look, we believe in ourselves. I don't think we would be here if we didn't, because we had to believe at times in the qualifying campaign that we could do it when maybe people didn't think we could. If you just take the Denmark game for, you go behind, or they equalised twice, especially late on, and we just kept believing and believing. So this squad's full of belief. We know we've got a tough game tomorrow. We know we're playing one of the best in the world, but we also believe that if we perform to our maximum, then we can make it difficult for anyone. I think we've proven that over the years. So it's up to us to be at our best. It's up to us to do what the game plan is, and hopefully if we can do that, then we get the point, or we get the 3 points that we need to make history.
Bill, then Gabs, if that's okay.
Andy, over here.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, it's because it's coming out that
I know,
mic.
sorry. I'm very old. I'm still in mono. You've mentioned in your opening comments here the fans and how they've been, even by the standards of the Tartan Army, how impressed have the boys been by how Boston especially has taken to them? And does that have an impact on how you go about? Does seeing the fans make you feel better?
I think the biggest compliment I can give them is I'm not surprised. I think that's the biggest compliment I can give the Tartan Army. I think when they went to Germany, every city they were in, they fell in love with them. I think when they go to away games and qualifying campaigns, people fall in love with them, and I think Boston's done the exact same. It's been great to see the videos. It's been great, the video at the Red Sox games and stuff. I think the Liverpool owners were absolutely delighted that the Tartan Army were in. One of them sent me a nice message. So they carry themselves so well. You've got to give them credit. They support the team, but also away from the football, they just carry themselves so well. And I think just every city they go in and every people they meet, they just fall in love with them, and that's the biggest compliment I can give them. But on Saturday they were magnificent for us in the stadium as well, and I know they'll be the same again tomorrow, and around the city as well. They've conducted themselves so well, so can't speak highly enough of them. They're the best in the world, and I'm sure they'll continue to do that. was just saying that basically the Red Sox game had turned into Tartan Army. I think he was quite happy to see, you know, different songs getting sang and the amount of kilts and the amount of Scotland shirts that were about the place. And yeah, I think they certainly made a party of it at the baseball game.
Andy, what are the benefits of playing here again? Obviously played here on Saturday night, and could it give you an advantage over Morocco, who obviously played elsewhere?
I don't think it gives us an advantage, but, you know, I think obviously walking back into the stadium, having that, you know, having that good feeling, having that, the last time we walked off the pitch, we'd obviously secured our first, you know, win at a World Cup since 1990. So I think that can only give you positivity, but I don't think it gains too much advantage. But, you know, obviously we have a nice feeling here, which is better than not having a good feeling, that's for sure. And but yeah, we're just looking forward to the game tomorrow again, and we're obviously used to the surroundings.
Last two questions, please.
Hi, Andrew. Hudayfa, Moroccan journalist. This World Cup game brings back memories of the 1998 tournament in France. Given the history between the two nations, how do you see the game of tomorrow, or do you see it as a chance for sporting revenge, or just your focus on the present?
Yeah, look, I was 4 the last time the game happened, so I don't think revenge is. I think I would have been holding that for a very long time if that was the case. But look, we look forward to the game. Morocco are a fantastic team, you know, one of the best in the world. There's no denying that. They've done so well. The last World Cup, they were, you know, a credit to the whole of Africa, never mind Morocco, and obviously they've done really well in the recent, you know, African Cup of Nations and things like that as well. So they're a fantastic team. They've got threats all over the park, and it's going to be a hell of a difficult game for us. But like I said, we also believe that if we carry out our game plan and we play to the best that we can, then we can make it difficult for any team. So that's got to be our aim. Their aim will be to win the game. Our aim will be to win the game. Obviously, both of us can. So yeah, we've just got to focus on our performance, try and be the best we can be, and, you know, hopefully we're the ones smiling come the full-time whistle.
Last question, please. Thank you.
Yes, Andy, Martin from NOS Holland. You just spoke about Hakimi. Up front, of course, you have Saibari, the guy who made a transfer to Bayern München now. How much is he in your team on the radar? Could he be the big danger?
I think they're all dangers, and that's the biggest credit I can give them. I think they've got quality all over the pitch. You know, they've got so many good players all over, and I think it's so hard to then focus on one that then another one will pop up and punish you. So credit to them. They have so much quality up front, in defence, in midfield. So, you know, I don't think it's certainly, you know, picking out one player or picking out two players. I think as a team and as a unit, they're such a hard team to play against. So they're a fantastic team, really difficult to play against. And yeah, I'm sure that will be no different tomorrow. But we also believe in the quality that we've got, and we also believe that we can be a tough team to play against, and we have to show that on the biggest stage. And if we do that, then, like I said, hopefully we can come out on top, and that's our aim. That's everything we've been working towards this week, and come tomorrow, hopefully we can show that.
Okay, thank you all.
Thank you, guys.
We'll be right back with Steve Clarke. Can you guys hear me? Dear photographers, if you can't find a seat, in that block, the aisles, please. That would be great because we're going to have people coming in with the microphones. Appreciate that.
Okay, thanks everyone. I'll turn it over to Kenny Miller.
Hi folks, start off.
Steve, before I get to the football, I know you're keen to talk about the Tartan Army and the following and the backing they're giving you, but unfortunately one of them, Donny Strathy, passed away. Give you that opportunity to pay tribute to him.
Yeah, I think in among all the good news that's come out, the World Cup for Scotland, I think that's obviously a very sad for his family, his daughters, his grandchildren. I think Donny's ambition was to see Scotland at a World Cup again. Thankfully he managed to do that before he passed, but my thoughts and condolences with his family.
On the football then, you've taken charge of 79 games. Just how big a performance are you going to need to get a result to create a bit of history tomorrow night?
Anytime you play a team that's inside the world top 10, you know you're going to have to be good at what you do without the ball. You know you're going to have to be good at what you do with the ball. So we're under no illusion about the size of the task in the next game. I feel Morocco, really, really good side. Reached the last four of the last World Cup. And I've got a feeling this Moroccan team is probably slightly better than that. So I think that gives you an idea of the task ahead.
Steve, how's the mood been in the last few days? Because we spoke about winning the opening game compared to the previous two Euros. How's the mood been between game 1 and 2 compared to the previous two tournaments?
If I say a little bit better, would you accept that as an answer? It's a little bit better. Obviously, the players feel good about themselves. They wanted to win a game at a major tournament and they've managed to do that. Now they want to do the next step, which is to get what we need out of the next two games to to make a little bit of history for Scotland. So the mood's good. Obviously after the game, the first couple of days is just about fatigue and recover. Today, they got the spark about them. The training was electric, and yeah, we feel good.
Hi, Coach, over here in the front to your right. Hi.
Thanks for pointing yourself out. I can't see anything for these lights.
Yeah, I figured, no problem. Scotland has never made it through the group stage. Right now, you're leaders in your group. So how do you plan to keep a spot to finally break that record? Thank you.
No, it's against difficult opponents. Like I said before, we have to be very good. We understand, but sometimes the Scottish psyche, the Scottish mentality is that we're a little bit more comfortable when we're the underdogs. We were the favourites against Haiti, and we found the game a struggle, but we managed to win. This time we're the underdogs, and sometimes Scotland prefer it that way.
Steve, Andy was in here saying that he finds it, try not to think too much about what's at stake and what the opportunity is that kind of lies ahead for you guys potentially. Is that the same with you, and how do you do that if it is?
It's just to focus on what we can do. So we speak a lot in training through the weeks. Obviously, our preparation is geared towards the game. And we don't really speak about what might happen or what could happen. We can only speak about what we can control on the pitch, and that's being good out of possession and being good in possession. And if we get both of those right, then we have a chance to get a result.
Steve, over here. Well,
hello, Keith.
Hiya. Scott McTominay, you said, was in perfect condition ahead of the first game, Steve. But obviously, you know, having that sort of illness ahead of it was far from ideal. Do you think, from what you've seen of him in training, are we more likely to see the real Scott McTominay in this game?
I think the Haiti game was a struggle for a lot of the players, not just Scott. I thought Haiti controlled our midfield very well, so you have to give credit to them. And sometimes you don't get the chance to bring your attributes to the game because of what the opposition do, and I think that might have been the case the other night. So no, Scott's in a good place and ready to go again.
Stephen, in the 2 Euros that we've qualified for, probably the best performances came in the second games. Is there anything that we can read into that, and does it encourage you at all, or can you explain why that has been the case?
To explain is really easy because we messed up the first game in both of them, so we knew that to give ourselves a chance going into the third game of the tournament, we had to get some kind of result, which we managed to do in both games, both draws. It gave us some hope going into the last game. If we can repeat those middle game performances against a very good Morocco side, then we'll all be happy.
Steve, you said the players have been great in training this week. Does that give you a sense of what you're actually going to get from them come kick-off?
As a coach, as an experienced coach, sometimes you read too much into a training session. I've seen teams that have been under my control where you watch them train the day before a game, you think, oh no, we're miles off it, and then they turn up on the pitch and they're fantastic. Other times they can be great in training and forget to turn up in the game. So I don't read too much into that, but I'm pretty sure the boys are ready.
Steve, Katie Shannon here from Fox Sports, right in front of you. For the American audience watching Scott McTominay potentially for the first time, how would you sum him up as a player and what he's done for Scotland over these years?
Yeah, Scott's one of our key players. I'm lucky, I've got a lot of key players, Andy Robertson, John McGinn, for me, Grant Hanley, Kenny McLean, people like that. We've built a really good squad over the years. Scott gets a lot of headlines, but he's also one of the first to understand that without the help of his teammates, it's more difficult for him to be that talisman. If he can be a talisman tomorrow, then that'd be great.
Steve, just in terms of the challenge itself, do you view this game as every bit as difficult as Brazil's going to be?
Absolutely. I think Morocco reached the last four of the previous World Cup in Qatar. I think this Moroccan side is every bit as good, if not better, and can certainly go on to become better. So they'll have aspirations to be certainly in the last four again. So it's a big challenge for us against Morocco, and that's the only game that's in front of us just now. So we give them a lot of respect.
Steve, in the summer of '98, you were deliberating about the next step in your career, just been excluded from Scotland's World Cup squad. Do you remember where you were watching that Morocco game in '98?
No, it's the honest answer. It's a long time ago. I was still working out that summer what I was going to do in my career moving forward. So I'd been told that I was going to become a player coach and not a player, which is normally manager speak for, you're not playing next year, son. So I was just getting my head around that at the time, and to be honest, I don't remember too much about the game.
Steve, you spent a lot of the build-up to the World Cup with the 4-4-2 formation. Was that specifically with the first game in mind, and are we likely to see a change, or are you kind of inclined to stick with it now that you've put so much work into it?
It's worked well for us, but every system that we've ever played, we've put a lot of work into, and I've shown over my time as head coach that we can play different systems. It's something that we've always wanted to try and expand on, more systems, different personnel for different games, so that's something that you'll have to wait and see, as always.
Steve, still over here, thank you. You've talked about not boiling down this Morocco team to one star player. They have quality across the pitch, exactly what Robbo said as well, but I've got to get your thoughts on Buardi, 18 years old. How much of a helpful scouting mission was that opening match against Brazil to see the quality they have coming through as well?
No, like I said, it's a Moroccan team that I feel with the influx of the younger players has probably lifted them another level. Buardi's certainly caught the eye in the first game, and it's our job to make sure that he doesn't catch the eye quite so much in the second game.
Steve, I'll shout. Please wait for the mic, thank you.
I'll wait for the microphone, Steve. I wanted to ask you about your star players. One in particular who stepped up then last week was McGinn. How do you see him having an impact moving forward? Is Meatball cooking?
Not sure about the nickname. Nah, John's fine. He's obviously in a really good place, having got the double deflection to get the goal, but he's claiming it. As a coach, I'm very reluctant always, as you probably know, to go on about individuals. Everything that we've built has been built on our squad, our 16 players that go to the pitch, and John knows that he's a key part of that. And if John can bring his A game to the pitch, then we've got a better chance of getting a result.
Coach, right here. What are your expectation about the game of tomorrow against Morocco?
Very difficult. Obviously a big challenge for us. We expect that Morocco will probably have more of the ball than us, more possession. What we have to make sure is that when we have the ball, we can be a big threat to Morocco.
That was back. Hi, Steve. Greg Glass from WHDH TV here in Boston. I think the city of Boston has fallen in love with your team, due in large part to the Tartan Army. They're impressed with their dedication and ability to have a good time while maintaining respect and decorum. What do they mean to your team?
Everything, if I'm being honest. They travel all over the world, sometimes in great numbers, sometimes not very many, but they get around, they always support the team. They're very, very positive. Wherever they go, they create a great impression. Like you say, they know how to enjoy themselves, but they also police themselves very well. They don't cause too much trouble. And they come here, they've come to a World Cup for the first time in 28 years, and they're here to enjoy themselves. And I think the people of Boston have probably recognised that.
Hello. Thinking in style of play and the moments of the teams, which opponents do you think can be more difficult to Scotland, Morocco or Brazil in the next match? Thank you.
The next game for sure, Morocco are going to be the most difficult, because that's the next game. I think both teams are inside the top 10 in the world, so we know for us two big challenges. I thought Morocco were excellent first half against Brazil. Brazil showed a little bit of experience in the second half in that game to get back in. But no, we expect a difficult game from both, so to try and separate them is difficult.
Hi, Steve. We just heard from Andy Robertson. How would you describe what makes him so special as a captain and as a leader?
Well, how long he got? Andy and I have been together for a long time now. He was a young captain when I first took this job. He's grown into the role. He's really important for the dynamic of the group. He's a proper leader. The players all respect him for what he does on the pitch, but they respect him for what he does off the pitch. He drives the standards along with the rest of the senior players. And we're starting to introduce a younger group, the next generation of Scottish footballers, and if they can all look at what Andy Robertson does when he represents his country, then we should be in a good place moving forward.
Hi, Steve. It's looking like 1 point for the last 2 games could be enough to go straight through. But there's been a lot of talk about the permutations of third place finishes, goal difference coming into the equation. I just wanted to get your thoughts on, does that create another layer of confusion for the players to judge the game as it's going on?
No, I think you just have to play the game. Spoke about that before Haiti. You just play the game. The first thing is to try and win the game. If you can't win the game, don't lose the game. Permutations and whatever you want to look at, that's for you guys and all the punters that are out there to think about, not for us.
Last couple.
Steve, right over here in the corner. Just wanted to ask about Morocco. Obviously, they have kind of the stars, but just as a unit, just what makes them difficult to play against?
They're very talented. They're a fantastic team. They've got a good work ethic. They've got power. They've got pace. They've got little bits of skill. They can open a game. They can create 1v1s. They can beat you 1v1. So, yeah, for me, Morocco are the real deal, top side. And as I keep saying, we have to be at our very, very best to compete in the game.
Here in the middle. Could you be a bit more specific about one guy of Morocco, Sabari, the guy who scored the goal against Brazil? He makes the transfer to Bayern Munich now, so he's good, he's big. How do you instruct your defenders on this guy? What are his qualities?
He's actually changed position a little bit. The last game he's playing more through the middle. Sabari normally played off the left side. He's quick, he's powerful. He showed against Brazil that when he's 1v1 with the goalkeeper, he knows how to finish. It was a class finish, really good. He's got power, pace, but he's also what I'm going to say, not a natural centre forward. He's a centre forward who can cause the team problems, be dropping deep and drifting into wide positions. Our centre backs will need to be really on their game in terms of when to press in with him, when to recognise that he's out of position and he's just trying to move them from position. So he brings a lot of technical qualities, but he's also a very, very clever player.
Thanks, folks.
Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Next media activity will be press conference with Morocco at 5:15. Thanks, everyone.